Hey, this is Politics with Laura, and I got a wow for you today. Okay. Oh, it is beyond real. Um, I asked myself a question. I said, so, what is Russia doing in Mali? So I just start researching, and O O M. Wait a minute. G. It is so big that I have to be in a serene area to where I can talk about this and no one would hear me. All right, I found this article out of Rutgers, and I've been using searches all over the world, different newspapers. I would like to be able to trust the news in the United States, but unfortunately I can't. There's a ugly alliance between the news and government. They're like two peas in a pod, and the third person out is the people of the U.S. So sad but true. News, you took the bag, you took the 30 pieces of gold, but I digress. Okay. Um, and it's really interesting because in this article it explains what's going on. And there are several more. Now, Mali kicked out France. Now, with the research that I've done, Mali, France or Mali, I'm not sure how it occurred, but France offered to help Mali with the problems that are going on with, let me see, jihadists. And I really don't like using that word because it simply means to fight for a cause or a struggle. And I don't want to, you know, okay, I'm going to leave that alone. However, I believe it's Al Shabaab that is in Mali where these issues are occurring. So, oh my goodness. Okay. An exclusive deal allowing Russian mercenaries into Mali is close, sources say. Now, the big ideas that I gathered were dealings allowing Russian mercenaries into Mali. Paris wants to prevent deal being enacted, and at least 1,000 mercenaries could be involved. Whoa! Now, whenever you have mercenaries, you have money attached to it. So mercenaries do not do anything for free. They have no allegiance to anything except for what job they that you want them to do, and how much are you going to pay them. And on some note, that's a good thing because what France did, France came into Mali and basically said, "We'll do this for free," but in exchange, without being said, was they took control of the country. So I think it's better instead of having someone do something for you for free, because they could always say, well, we're helping you. You're not paying us at all. We're doing this for free. So we need to get something back in return. We need some control over your country. And we should tell you how to run your country. No. Now let me get to it. Okay, let me make sure that this article is September 13th, so it is quite new in circulating. Well, for me, I come across it, so I'm late. The news isn't late. I'm late. All right, Paris September 13th, a deal, I already said that. Paris has begun a diplomatic drive to prevent the military junta in Mali enacting deal, enacting a deal, I'm sorry, which would permit Russian private military contractors, the Wagner Group. Now we say Wagner, but in Russia, I know one thing. The W's and the V's are interchangeable, so they say Wagner with a V. To operate in the former French colony, sources say. Now this has to make France have its face tight because France and Russia, they have their, in my opinion, from the way I see it, their love-hate relationship, more so hate than love. Just my 2 cents. Now, Rutgers could not confirm independently how many mercenaries could be involved, how much they would be compensated, and establish the exact objective of the deal involving Russian mercenaries would be in the would be for Mali's military junta. Now I did a video, an integrated video. I was wondering, why is Mali doing Russian drills? Why are their soldiers doing Russian drills? Now I got it. When you ask a question, it will get answered. Rudders were also unable, Rudders was also unable to reach the Wagner Group for comment. Russian businessman, oh goodness, Yevgeny Prigozhin. Okay. The media outlets, included Rutgers, have links to the Wagner Group, denies any connection to the firm. What do you expect? The mercenaries, they have no connections. His press service also said, so the social network site Vkontakte, Vkontakte, that oh goodness, the gentleman's name I just mentioned, has nothing to do with any private military company, has no business interest in Africa, and is not involved in any activities there. Okay, we believe you. Okay, his press service did not immediately respond to a Rutgers request for comment for his story. Now, the potential threat to counter-terrorism efforts. Now, France, now this is all the French side and what they're projecting and saying. France diplomatic offensive. France's diplomatic offenses. The diplomatic source says include enlisting the help of partners, including the United States, to pursue Mali's junta not to press ahead with the deal, and sending senior diplomats to Moscow and Mali for talks. France is worried. Look, France, you had 10 years. 10. France is worried the arrival of the Russian mercenaries would undermine the decades-old counter-terrorism operation against Al-Qaeda and Islamic State-linked insurgents to the Sahel region of West Africa at the time when it is seeking to draw down its 5,000 strong Bakhine mission to reshape it with its more European partners, the diplomatic sources say. Again, you had 10 years. And it seems like it's not getting better. It was getting worse under your tutelage. Okay, I'm gonna leave that thought alone. In an interview by this actor would therefore be incompatible with the efforts carried out by the Mali's Shahalian and the international partners engaged in the coalition of the Sahel for security and development of the region, sources say. Now, was your interest simply to guard or to take over and to develop? And if you were to develop, whom were you developing for? Sure enough, wouldn't be for the Mali people. Wink, wink. A spokesperson for the leader of the Mali's junta would take power in the military coup in August 2020. Said he had no information about such deal. These are rumors. Officials don't comment on rumors, said the spokesman. Baba Sis would decline further comments. Mali's defense system spokesman said public opinion in Mali is in favor for more cooperation with Russia, given the long security history, but no decision on the nature of the cooperation has been made. Russia's defense foreign ministers did not respond to requests for comment, nor did the Kremlin or French presidency. The Mercenaries' presence would jeopardize Mali's funding for the international partnership and allied training missions that have helped rebuild Mali's army for security and diplomatic sources say. Now, my thoughts are this. If you've been there for 10 years and who was it? Al-Qaeda was running loose, running around through the country, and you're supposed to help Mali because Mali is in over its head and having a hard time dealing with Al-Qaeda, and now you weren't able to do it. Now, there are other news sources, and I will get to those in different videos, to where Wagner has done a great job, or Wagner has done a great job, and they have a success rate. Now, France, I don't know, and I'm talking to the government, not the people. I know how to separate. The French government, I'm sitting here thinking, how useful were you to the Mali government and the people? I don't think you were useful at all, because you just took control. And sometimes you cannot negotiate with people that are not going to negotiate with you. They have an agenda. Your agenda is to talk, and their agenda is to do. So you have to get with an agenda to do. Just a thought. But I asked a question, and I found it. Now I know that there are Russian mercenaries called the Wagner Group. I know how much they were paid, but I'll save that for another video. Hey, please like, subscribe if you like my video, and what I will do is I will put a picture in it so that you can see exactly where I got this information from. So, thank you. Bye-bye.